Hello and welcome to the In Focus series section of Drishti IAS. I am Aisha Singh and in today's video we will be discussing about the constant fall of euro against the dollar. So let's see what all we will be discussing in today's video. First we will be looking at the news, then about the declining of euro, that why constantly it is declining, that why euro is losing value against the dollar, and dollar appreciating when the US is facing recession, that even after there is inflation and recession going on in US, but still the dollar is performing well. Then we will be looking at euro's fall and its impact on rupee, and in the end we will be looking into a prelims MCQ. This topic is of relevance from General Studies paper 3 economy. From exam perspective, it is important to know that euro is on a record decline and what all are its impact and why the euro is declining. So let's look at the news, and this news has been taken from the explained section of Indian Express, and it reads that why the euro has fallen to $1 and what it means for the rupee. Then it becomes important to know that why the euro is falling and what does it mean for the rupee. See, this is the another news which is coming. The consequences of the euro's fall to dollar parity. Now if we will see that 1 euro is equal to $1. In last 2 decades, that around in last 20 years, this is one of euro's biggest fall, that it has become equal to a dollar. So if you will see that 1 United States dollar is equal to 1 euro. So 1 euro is equal to $1. They both are at parity at the current moment. So the news is about that euro has achieved parity with the US dollar. And according to exchange rate, 1 euro become equal to 1 US dollar. So see, exchange rate means that if you will like for example, imagine that you are going to buy a burger. So if that burger will cost you $1, that now the time has come that the same burger will also cost you 1 euro. For $1 is equals to 1 euro. So the entity which we will be going to purchase will cost the same. If it will cost $5, then now it will also cost 5 euro, because both euro and dollar are at parity with each other. Then it is only the second time since 2002 that the euro has fallen this low to a dollar. So you can imagine that if something has happened in 20 years, then how big a event it is, because euro is always known to be around more than 80, 85. It has also been above 90. So euro has always been in excess of dollar, but now the moment has come that both dollar and euro are at parity with each other. And because the euro is falling, so the economic conditions of Europe is also not very good. So the investors are pulling out their money from the eurozone and are putting it into the US. So even the economy of the Europe is also facing problems. See, see the chart, this is almost parity, euro dollar down to 20-year low. So if you will see, this is dollars per euro, and this, see this line. This is the line when both are almost equal. The euro and the dollar are almost at parity with each other. So it was in 2000 that the value even became lower than the dollar, and now if you will see in 2022 July, the value is almost equal. Earlier also it came close to being equal, but now it is almost equal. So this is around the second time in last 20 years that this is happening. So that why the euro is losing value against the dollar. Important word is why. Why is it happening? See, it is since the start of 2021 we could see that the euro was declining, but after 2022 started, the decline in the euro became extremely sharp. and there are many reasons for it. In 2020-21, it was because of the COVID pandemic that the economy suffered, the health infrastructure suffered, all the nations or all the economies, central bank and the government were pushing for the monetary benefits to be given to the citizens of that country. Then and now the major reason is the Russia-Ukraine war. As we have since last around a month or two, because of the Russia-Ukraine war, we have been hearing that whole of Europe and the European countries are fully dependent on Russia for its energy and gas import. So because of Russia-Ukraine war, and the NATO nations or the European Union has put sanctions on Russia because of its invasion in Ukraine. So because of the sanctions and because the war is going on there and the European nations supporting Ukraine, so there is a tussle going on between Russia and the European Union. And so because of it, there are energy crisis which is going on. And because the energy crisis are going on in Europe, the industry or the manufacturing hub of Europe is suffering because of the energy crisis. And Europe is fully dependent on Russia, and Russia and European Union are having a tussle over the Russia's invasion of Ukraine. That is the major reason at present because of which the European Union or the euro is suffering so badly economically. Then because of it, there is weakness of eurozone economy going on, and because the euro is falling, there is inflation also going on. And we have also seen that there is inflation going on in US also, but the US Federal Bank is taking measures in respect of its monetary policy, that the Fed is hiking its interest rate, but the central bank of the Europe or the European Union or the eurozone has not taken any of these steps till now. So this is also becoming a big difference between that why the US is still performing fine even after there is inflation going on, but the euro is suffering very badly. So there is energy crisis, Russia-Ukraine war, weakness of the eurozone economy, COVID-19 pandemic, inflation, difference in the monetary policy response between US and the European central banks. Then the Germany, which is the biggest eurozone economy, has registered its first trade deficit. Since 1991. This can be a very good point to write in your mains answer. Very, very important points. Then Germany has for the first time seen a first trade deficit since 1991, and because the euro is becoming very weak nowadays, so the companies whose base is in Europe or the companies who are planning to shift their base in Europe are shifting their base to the US instead of the Europe. And we have already discussed that the Europe is completely dependent on Russia for its oil and gas. See, even though the US economy is also slowing down and heading towards a possible recession, but what is happening if the US is not performing that good, then any of the other economies are also not performing that good. That if the dollar is not performing good, so maybe the euro is performing good, or the yen is performing good, or the rupee is performing good, but that is also not the scenario. So the US economy is slowing down or is in the case of possible recession, but the eurozone is doing even worse than what is happening in the America or what is happening with the dollar. See, if you are able to see this chart, then this says that oil prices in euros soar on Russian conflict. That because of the Russian conflict, the oil prices have soared into a new high. See, if you will be able to this 2004, 2010, 2018, 20 and 2022. So if you will see that the oil prices are continuously on a rise, but if it becomes the highest in 2022, see, this is the highest in the prices in the euros, which has reached the highest in the 2022. So the oil prices have soared to new heights in 2022, and this is because of the Russia-Ukraine crisis, because of Europe's full dependence on Russia for its oil and gas needs. The next comes this chart. See, if you'll see, this talks about Euro's trade vegeted index falls on Ukraine conflict. So because of the Russia-Ukraine crisis, or because of the Russia-Ukraine war, Euro has again suffered in terms of trade vegeted index. So the trade vegeted index has also fallen of Euro. See, 2017, 19, 21, and this is 22. So if you will see that this is also falling, the trade vegeted index, and this is the present mark. So it is also falling. The capacity of trade is also falling because of the Russia-Ukraine crisis. See, this becomes when you become dependent completely on a single country for your needs, for the fulfillment of your needs. That if one country is able to impact you so much. Then comes the next, that is dollar is appreciating when the US is facing recession. So why is it that there is possible recession in US but still the dollar is appreciating? See, it is because the news outside the US is worse than it is in the US. See, it's not that if things are not good within the US, then outside things are good. No, it is not happening. If things are not good within the US, then things outside the US is also not performing well. Then the US dollar is gaining. US dollar is gaining. It is increasing. It is appreciating against all currencies of the world, be it euro, yen or rupee. So if US is not performing well, all other countries, be it currencies, be it euro, be it yen, be it rupee, they are also not performing well. And we have already seen that even rupee is on all-time low against the dollar. I think it is between 79 to 80 at present. Then what will be the impact of fall of euro on Europe's economy, or on overall on Europe? When a currency depreciates, then the export will increase while the import will decrease. So whatever export is going out from Europe, because the euro is depreciating, and let's take example, the currency with which we are comparing is dollar. So whatever is going out from Europe will earn more, while the imports will be declining because they will be becoming expensive, while the exports will be becoming cheaper, while they will be more economic. So the exports will increase while the import will decrease. So the biggest advantage of fall of euro will be for the businesses which exports, like aerospace, automobile, luxury goods and chemical industries. Then the tourism within Europe will increase because the euro is declining. So the people who wants to travel to Europe from countries like America, the travel within the Europe will increase. So the travelers will be coming from America or other countries whose currency is performing better than the euro. They will find it economic to travel in euro, as the euro is falling. So they will find it economic to travel in Europe, while the tourism in US will decrease. So the people who are traveling from Europe to US, they will be decreasing because euro is falling. Then the difference between the euro and the dollar will be more. Then the dollar will become expensive while the euro will fall. So the difference will increase. So the people who will be going from Europe to America, then they will have to spend more from their pocket to traveling to US. Then there will be increased inflation, which we are already seeing in Europe. Then the countries that issue dollar denominated debt, the important word is dollar. The countries which will be issuing the dollar denominated debt, there will be a decline in the value of the euro, pushes the cost of debt repayment. So if the euro will decline and the countries that have issued dollar denominated debt, see, euro is falling and the countries who have taken debt in dollar, they have to pay their debt also in dollars. So what will happen? They will have to pay more because the euro is declining, the dollar is increasing, the dollar is appreciating while the euro is depreciating. So the dollar denominated debt will be, they will have to pay more. The repayment will become even more costly. So now what will happen is, euros fall, what will be its impact on rupee? See, 1 euro is equals to 79.75 Indian rupee. See, $1 is also equals to between 79 to $80, and $1 is equals to 1 euro. So the value becomes same. Now see, rupee has sharply appreciated against the euro since the start of 2022. See, rupee has appreciated against the euro. Euro is depreciating against the dollar, but rupee is appreciating against the euro. So rupee has sharply appreciated against the euro, and it was close to 90 at the start of this year, but now it has become close to 80. And all the Indians who are holidaying or who are planning to holiday in Europe will find it more economic or cheaper to travel. See, for example, imagine if 100 rupee is equals to 1 euro. In 2021, I'm giving you this just an example. 1 euro is equals to 90 rupees, while in 2022, what has become is 1 euro is equals to 80 rupees. So earlier for 1 euro we had to spend 100 rupees, but now that 1 euro we can buy it in 80 rupees. So what is happening? The rupee is appreciating while the is depreciating. Earlier for 1 euro we were spending 100 rupees, but now for the same 1 euro we have to spend 80 rupees. So we are saving how much? We are saving 20 rupees. It means the rupee is gaining and the euro is losing. So what is happening? The rupee is gaining and the euro is losing. The rupee is appreciating while the euro is depreciating. So it will become cheaper, or it will become more economic for the Indians to go and travel in Europe. So if the euro countries to stay weak and the trend below the parity, it will also take rupee down with it. So if euro continues to perform down, then it will also have a negative impact on rupee, because euro has immense trade linkages with India. See, European Union is one of the biggest trade partners of India. So if euro will not perform good, then it will have immense impact on Indian rupee. It will also have a negative impact on Indian rupee, because European Union is one of the biggest trading partners of India. So if euro will continue to decrease, then it will also have an impact on rupee, because India has immense trade linkages with Europe and similar emerging economies. So this was the relationship, that if euro will keep on decreasing, that it is not that we will have a positive impact out of it, but it is related to rupee, that we will also be suffering because of it. The rupee will also be suffering because of it. So in the end, let's look at a prelims MCQ, and it says the price of any currency in international market is decided by the first, International Monetary Fund; second, demand for goods and services provided by the country; third, stability of the government of the concerned country. So you people need to tell me the correct answer in the comment section. So let's see how many of you can relate to the concept. And the codes are 2 only, 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading and keep writing.